Okay, show
Ready
advanced.
for some more Totino's pizza rolls.
Oh, man. Thanks, honey. You're the best.
Anything for my hungry guys.
Oh,
Nope,
gosh.
we're not connecting.
You with the game's on.
Okay, sweetheart. I'll be in the kitchen if you need me. When it comes to the big game, I love feeding my hungry guys. But now what? I normally just sit in the kitchen, waiting for them to ask for
I
more
love her so
delicious
much.
Totino's pizza rolls.
Yep, Vanessa Bear.
That can be so boring. Well, not anymore. Introducing Totino's new Super Bowl activity pack for women.
The Super Bowl activity pack for women.
Keep my mind active and learning. While I
Keeps my mind active.
My hungry guys aren't the only ones having fun today. With my Super Bowl activity pack for women, I can spin a little top. Connect the dots. Oh, look, it's a little bee. Do a word search. Cat. Found that. Count my own money. And plenty of other activities I can drop at a moment's notice.
Honey, we're out of pizza rolls.
Coming right up.
Ooh, my favorite.
Look, honey, it's a little bee.
Yeah, we're also out of beers when you get a second.
Anything for my hungry guys.
Hey, does your wife want to watch the game with us?
No, she's good. She's got a little activity pack.
Plus, if I get hungry from all the puzzles and games, my activity pack comes with one little Totino just for me.
Oh, heavens. I can't take it anymore.
1,000 Questions is an entertaining discussion of marriage. We aren't telling you to do or feel or change anything about your life. Really, just listen and enjoy. And if you need real help, find a professional for your specific problem. We don't know you. How could we speak to your deal? Okay, have fun.
Yeah. Hello, Joe Marlotti.
Hi, Brad Tassell.
Who's missing?
The only person here who is qualified to do this show.
The only person who's
actually.
qualified to talk. So everything we say today will be useless information.
Just a couple of guys completely misguiding all of your listeners.
Although here's something we can talk about, and then we'll talk about our little sponsors after that, is that I've noticed, and a lot of people out there can, and you have probably noticed the same thing, when the longer you're married, like when you're a young man and a young wife, you fall into sexual situations pretty quick, and it happens pretty quick, and you're done pretty quick. Now, as you get older, men, you're a couple, you're better. It takes longer. The sex is, it's better. It can take a good amount of time, but the time to prepare to start the sex also expands to the point where you're a couple hours in and the first hour is just primping like two gorillas. I mean, it's just because everything
a couple hours in, because a couple hours in is us going, so should we head upstairs? That's foreplay in our house. It's just like, you want to? Yeah. I don't know. You want to? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. But then there's this. Oh, wait, you got a lot of nose hair. There's things you can't, that she can't take it. Now I'm still fine. I can take about anything, but your wife, I think, gets to a point where I don't want to see your nose hair while we're doing it. I don't want all the ear hair. You have to not smell like anything. You have to.
The more that that's why lighting is so important when you're, in the early stages. And as you later on, lighting is not important. In fact, no light is probably better.
No light is probably better,
light.
or at least, not no light where you can't get to each other, but
I know what she feels like. I think she knows what I feel like too. So we're pretty well versed on each other's nooks and crannies. It's just she didn't want to see this. Really,
she didn't want to see it because I was thinking about how much I have to be clean. I have to get ready, and we have to. Donna's here, by the way. I'll bring her in a second, and I think she's got a new fake background. By the way, hey, I'll ask this because we're old guys, but Steve Washington is in here. Steve, you're a young married man. You guys have been married. Are you in that? Is it taking you longer to have sex? Because in the beginning, you're in it right away. It's bang, bang. You're in it. I'd walk in from the road and we're in it.
Donna, wait, she's got her flowers.
Yeah, Donna's on vacation somewhere.
Where are you, Donna? Are you in Texas? That would be a bad
And you have no
choice.
power. You look
Yeah.
like you're at someplace really nice.
You're at a
It's
nice
my
place.
house.
Wow.
That's your house?
When can we show up at your house?
This is my house. Yes.
That's beautiful there. I love it. I think we should
I'm
just
into color. I'm into color.
It's very Spanish inspired.
Is it?
That's very nice.
Guys,
very nice.
I'm not your average white person. Okay. I'm not. I'm
Okay.
Turkish and Italian. So all this color. and
Yeah, Italians
craziness-
have a tendency to do that. Our house has many different colors, or used to have many different colors. Now it's kind of gray with pops, but our bedroom's still red and gold, and it's got servants, people, with
Oh,
with the
nice.
fans.
Yeah.
Got the fans.
They're all very bland
That's
too.
great.
Yeah. So,
My house is all butterscotch.
oh, that's so nice.
So Donna, we're discussing before we get to. By the way, Steve
We
Washington
talking
says
about
that,
me?
Yeah,
No.
we're talking about you.
we're talking about you. No, Steve Washington says they are in and out. The sex is in and out. Of course, they have young kids. So when you've got
you
young
gotta get it when you
kids,
can when they're
you've got to
kids.
be like, honey, yeah, okay. Oh, kids crying. So no,
it's-
Donna, I was talking about. Wait a minute, Joe. I was talking about the time, like when you're young and married. If you're going to make love, it doesn't take long. You just start. You don't have a lot of preparation. I get home from the road. You just got married, and you're in it, doing it, and you're done. But it's pretty quick because the guy's pretty quick. But as you get older, you get a lot better at it. Like men can take
I
longer.
do not know those guys, just so you know.
Wait a minute.
Like,
But
sorry.
the preparation before it could take an hour because you can't, my wife, I can't have nose hairs. I can't have a errant hair. I can't be dirty. The hair's got, I can't be, and everything's got to be a certain way. But it's a lot better once we get doing it. It just then the time expands that we need for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Interesting idea. I have
Donna,
not
Donna,
come
can you
across.
Wait, let Donna go.
Yeah.
I don't think that everything has to be fast when you're young thing. Haven't really had that. So I don't know if that's how it all has to be. But I think what you're talking about is the prep, getting ready,
Yes.
not necessarily the actual intimacy part.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So the prep, yes, I think what happens is your hormones change, guys. Your hormones change, and you're not going to be like ready to go within 30 seconds like maybe you were when you were younger. You can still be ready to go. It just takes a little bit longer to get ready.
Yeah. I think it's sort of like life, when you're a kid, everything's, goes really fast. And then all of a sudden you get to midlife and it's like, you got more, things take longer. And then once you get older, you forget you did it. So that's kind of, I think, what we're talking about here.
But you can also do it longer too.
Well, there's more to it. You realize there's more to just,
If
That's
you're
right.
just the act. There's the prepping and cuddling, getting ready, talking, the act, talking after. Like it can actually be a longer and more quality experience.
Manscaping,
there's
always part of it.
the massage, there's the jewelry, there's the
There's got to be a meal in there. Got to be
There's
food.
the begging, there's the pleading, there's the crying
I'm
afterwards.
sorry.
there's the like crushing self-doubt. There's all that.
There's the icing, you've got to ice, there's the icing that you've got to ice things. Okay, forget it. Okay,
What are we talking about?
I don't have any idea. But what I am going to share something, because we do have to talk about this, because we have, I have been talking friendly-ish to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, you will go
Trying to
to
be nice to the sponsor.
virtualcomedyshow.com. And right when you go down, you will see our main sponsor, Idea Paint. I don't know about you, but my kids drew all over the walls and destroyed every wall in my house. Idea Paint has a great idea and the only erasable wall surface. You paint this on your wall and you have a dry erase board your entire wall. So your kids can be creative. Also for you brainiacs, all you people who are into theory and into coding, you're like, oh, we've got to do a theorem on the wall. Now you can do it right on the wall. You don't need paper. You don't need
Like Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, you ever see those things where the guy writes all over the wall with all the proofs and theorems? Well, now, once you're done with that, you can wipe it all off. Idea Paint ladies and gentlemen, go to virtualcomedyshow.com. You can see right there, click 10% off your purchase, which you will not get if you don't do that. Go there, click on that, buy Idea Paint, and save your walls in your life. The other lovely sponsor we have is Joyfully. Joyfully, 15% off. My wife is now obsessed with this site. That's going to be your problem. If you go to virtualcomedyshow.com, you click on this banner, you not only get 15% off, but also you will not be able to stop buying stuff. She just bought a pair of shoes and a pair of flip-flops, and a friend of mine just bought their dress for their daughter. What's the christening? Is that a christening, or it's a young girl thing dress? So Donna, have you been or not been?
I did go look at it because of course I'm nosy and curious, and oh my gosh, they have some pretty stuff, really. And then they have like a sale section where it's way marked down.
Wow.
And some of those dresses are so pretty. It's very feminine. They have a very feminine quality to them, and I like that a lot.
Classic
femininity.
Classic boutique. So virtualcomedyshow.com, go there for heaven's sakes. Click on that, sponsor, get our sponsors, help us, help them, and yourselves. Okay, enough of that. Okay, we're back to the show, and I have a question in my hand. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's get started.
What is the hardest choice you have to make in a marriage?
Thanks, Sophie.
That is really big.
That's
the hardest choice you have to make in a marriage.
Timing Viagra. No.
I think it's like when to not argue. Like you're going to make that choice a lot.
Yep.
Well, when not argue
for some people.
Yeah. What
It's
about
not hard for me? I just don't.
Yeah. What about the choice of which I don't know. It's not really a decision. It's the consistency of parenting. That's a good one. Those are tough choices.
So maybe the choice of how to parent.
Maybe. Yeah.
What's discipline? What's the expectations? That's a hard one because you got to be on the same page.
The other one is who's on top, I think, is another one that is really, I think that's one that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What are you saying, Joe?
Maybe
who's
not.
on top?
Maybe
It's
not. Maybe I'm just
always the guy.
I'm spitballing.
Is it always the guy? Is the guy always? All right,
that.
we know how Donna likes to do it.
Wow.
You know, that was how it always is supposed to be.
She likes to be
No,
dominated.
not.
I think that's really an exciting thing.
Wow, that's
You know me.
Yeah.
You know
I like
me.
to be dominated.
OPP.
I never picked you as being that submissive, but yeah, if you've been.
Yeah, sure. That is. Yeah, I'm super submissive.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Wouldn't know that.
Right?
Anyway, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. What is?
I think the hardest choice you have to make in a marriage is how long to rub her feet before she will be satisfied with that and let you not rub them anymore. And that
Because you
time
can't quit too early, and if you
Can't
go
quit
too
too
long,
early.
you'll get irritable. So
you can't change feet too early. She'll be like, I'm not moving that foot. No. And then you switch. So what is the hardest choice you have to make in a marriage?
That's a very, very broad question. Very broad.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Think you guys. You've been married a long time too. What was
What
a really
choices do you have to make? Once you're married, what are your choices?
Well, you
Just
can't
being
make
married? Maybe
Yeah, you
that,
can't.
to stick it out.
you
maybe that
can't
was
make the
the
hardest choice.
I don't know.
That's like, what's your favorite movie? I don't have a favorite movie. There's movies I like.
And there's lots of choices we make. So
There are.
I don't know. How do you make what's the hardest one?
Like today, we're gonna have a money quiz, a marriage and money quiz.
I
What do you do
hate
with your money?
money.
How you invest your money?
Always a tough choice there. Yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a great question.
Always a tough choice to let your wife know how much money she can actually have on any given.
That's
day.
right.
Ooh,
The allowance. That's the hardest choice.
The allowance.
What is your wife's allowance?
Right.
Yeah. That'll fly.
I looked for a video today on wife allowance, and there weren't any good ones. Now, here's the question: how many people should you test before picking the one?
There's tests.
Well, yeah, I think 3
There's like-
STDs and you're done.
That kind of test.
I don't know. It just says
Random
how many
testing?
people.
I don't.
How many people should you
Are you
test
testing
before
all
you
people?
Are we talking about marriage here? Is there a marriage test? We've done a couple
I
of marriage
think-
tests. Yeah.
I think it's sampling. I think they're talking about samples. Sample people.
Well, that'd be rough.
Trying
to be
on shoes.
test, yeah. Yeah.
You have to like try on 5 before you realize who the one is. I think that can't be answered.
Well, it should be a written test.
Yeah, I think we should see the test before we can answer that question.
Who is this person that came up with the test?
Yeah, if it's a
25
test,
questions.
then yeah, right. Yeah.
You know, I want dinner at 6. You get home at 5:59. How hard should the beating be? You know, that's questions like that.
Yeah, good ones. Good ones.
If
like
that's on the test, I'm gonna fail. We'll
Yeah.
just say.
Then you won't be the one. You won't be the one.
You don't. You.
I
only
guess
know,
I wouldn't be the one.
You know when you know. It's not a test. What the heck? What is with people? These are weird ones today, Brad. I hope.
Well,
this is-
maybe they
I think he
maybe
picked them
here.
pretty weird.
Okay, here's the tests. You test them sexually.
Okay,
To see if if they pass that test,
Yeah.
then you test them emotionally.
Yeah.
And if they pass that test, you test them through combat. No, then no. If
Yeah.
you
You
if
test
they pass,
their aggression skills.
Yeah.
then if they fail any of these tests, they're out of there, and you start with the next one.
What about STD? Is that a test? I mean, should you test for that? I think you
That's
should.
what
That
I
is
said.
a test, but
Yeah,
like
I think you should test that for sure. Yeah. So
Test for that.
yeah, test for that. Yeah.
I think test their stress tolerance. I want to see how far I can push somebody.
That's right. And if they don't break, you
They win.
lose. No. You get rid of them because if they don't break, you want to be able to break somebody.
I think the first.
Oh,
I think the first person that says test. Are you kidding me? That's the one.
sounds like the one. Halfway normal one.
Yeah.
Who's like,
There we go.
get out of here.
Okay, since we're doing a money thing, somebody sent a question about finances. Should we combine our finances or manage them separately, or kind of mix it up and do a little of both?
I
Always a
think
good
both.
question.
What?
That's always a good question. I think you should definitely. It doesn't matter. You're going to go ahead and do it. I don't know. I have family members who they keep it completely separate. I know my wife and I. We know everything about each other's finances, and because we do use the same checking and savings account. So I don't know. Depends on how much you trust each other.
Okay, I want to pause for a second because Sarah just put in the comments that she and her husband did psychological testing before they got married.
Ooh.
And the test said that she was hostile and they still got married. He decided to still marry her. So that wasn't a deal breaker. Hostile.
Well, apparently the answer in his case is one test.
One test. And
one
the test is hostile's not a deal breaker.
Not
So
a deal breaker.
I know, crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Back to what you were saying, Joe. My thought is you are one when it comes to money when you get married. If it's your first marriage, if it's your fourth marriage, you've got 6 kids on each side, everybody's dead, you're coming together, then you're right. What's mine is mine, what's yours and yours. We've signed a big prenup so that our kids can get what we've created our entire life, and I don't give it to the 29-year-old bimbo. But because all the 29-year-olds are bimbos. But 2 people being married young, when you both come together with nothing and just your money is one pot. We have 3 checking accounts, but they all have both of our names on them, and we just do it because there's different things how we pay for them. But you should be of one mind when it comes to combining your finances.
I don't know if that's like the written law on that one. How do you feel about that, Donna?
I do some individual, some mush together.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So we both have income and we have different things that we buy. I think it's like, it depends on your perspective about money. Like if you're worried about money or if it stresses you out, maybe that's something that can be, that's the strategy that I'm using. Okay. So we each have our money and then we have this common bank account. That's all the like household stuff and, furniture and bills and stuff like that. But there's also side money for, like little spending and stuff.
Well, yeah, but little spending. Why is it your spending and his spending? Look, as I said, we have a checking account that's my wife's name is first, mine second. One that my name's first, her name is second. But it's not like if she needed that or I needed to give her, I would just pass it over, pass it back. It's still one thing of money. It just, I put it in 3 different places so we know what it's used for. Then she's using that. If she needed more in that account, if she spent it all and said, I need more in this account to do, I'll transfer some more, or she'll transfer some more.
Well, what do you do for business expenses? Because I have a business account.
Well, but that's the job. That's separate because it's a business.
Yeah.
If I worked for IBM, I wouldn't go take their money and use it for personal use. Right. So I think of my business as a business. And until I take that money home, it doesn't count in any of this.
So my income, a lot of what comes in the door goes to business stuff. And then I have that, pay yourself thing into our common account.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. At least you're sharing.
Once it's in the business account, it's not your money or his money.
Yeah, that's all I got is the business account and then our joint account.
We have different accounts too.
But he has a secret stash.
Does he really?
Yeah, and I have no idea how much is in there.
Fun.
Wow, that's interesting.
He would tell me if I wanted to know, but I think it's kind of funny that it's a secret stash, so I'm just letting it be a secret stash.
I know a lot of couples like that. I know a lot of couples who don't trust their wives with their money, so that's why he does. That's why the man does that.
But legally, because I work with divorce so much, legally it's all one. Mm-hmm. There's no separation. Yeah. Even the secret stash is divided.
Right? Why do people think they can get away with that kind of stuff? I don't know.
Well, now there's this though. If you have wills and trusts and things in different LLCs, that's different. But yeah, everything you bring to the marriage or you have as a person in a marriage is going to be together anyway. And people think it's not. In our case, like, I don't know if my wife has, I don't know where she would have all the stashes are out in the open. I think I have secret stashes because she just doesn't care that much, but they're not really mine.
You guys sound like you both have money.
Yeah.
We have 2 things. We have one that we keep together for laundry, and then we have another one that I keep for laundering.
Yes.
So that's kind of how
one's quarters, and the other is
the things we have to do in
large bills.
All right,
untraceable.
All right, so next, and then we'll go.
That's your finger that you.
We'll go to it's my finger is still. You know how many months this is going to take to heal?
Yeah, it's gross.
Oh,
look at it again.
Here's something I yet don't know. How great is Viagra? I thought about this the other day, though. I didn't write this. Is it great?
Yeah, it's really improved a lot of people's sex lives. Really a lot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, and I don't. Hey, Donna, can you prescribe Viagra?
No, I'm not a prescriber, dear.
Are you done? You're going to get a PhD, right?
That's not a prescriber.
Oh. So I was thinking the other day about Viagra. I was in the shower prepping for the 2-hour prep.
Too much. Yeah.
I
haven't gotten anything yet.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
I don't even want to go to the shower.
I'm going to mute both of you. Ugh. So anyway, it was just where I was thinking. And I was wondering, I was like, I wonder how does it work right? What if I took a quarter of one? Would that help too?
Yep.
Not that I didn't really need it. It worked out fine, and it always has. But I wonder if I took like a quarter, if it'd be like bionic or something. It'd be like,
here's the point. It's actually a drug that is for people who are suffering from erectile dysfunction. However, it is often used as a recreational drug by people who don't need it. And all it does is it makes you last a lot longer. In fact, sometimes days. And but you should see your doctor if that happens. So the point is that's what it does. It prolongs it, literally it prolongs it. So that's all it does. It's like, if you don't need it, you don't need it. But if you want it,
it's only like if you are ready to go when you don't need to be ready to go, that's a problem.
That is a problem.
It will not make you walk around like that.
And there's a
But when you
timing
wanna
thing involved
go,
with that. Yeah.
it'll help.
Really? So I thought you took it and it was bah, no matter what. Aha. And then it just was that way for the next 5 hours.
Actually,
By the way,
that can happen. That
But
can
that's a
happen.
problem. That
Yeah,
means
that's a big problem.
that's
Yeah,
a
it is
problem.
like that. Bro, no, Brad's right though, Donna. You take it and be prepared for what might happen because it's going to happen. That's what
Oh, wow.
Viagra does. It makes it happen. If
It
there's
only
anything
happens
breakable,
if you want it to happen. It's not gonna. You're not gonna make it happen if you're not even there.
right?
Okay,
But
now,
if,
Not like
Donna,
in
I know you're an
7-Eleven,
expert.
you've got
I'm going to
to
go with Joe on
if
this
for
one.
whatever reason it does happen, it's not going away. You know what I mean?
Yes,
That's why you
I
have
I
to
understand.
move the
So it's-
lamps, and you have to take every
Yeah.
breakable thing off the table.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you suddenly got
Use
a
it or
great,
lose it.
you got a Great Dane in the house. You're knocking
be
over
careful.
chairs. You're
Exactly.
you're
So
getting
here's a
stuck
question.
in.
I have a question. You guys are
What?
guys, and it's kind of like a mystery that I've always wanted to know. You better be honest, okay?
Ooh.
If that happens and you don't use it, does something bad happen to you?
I don't know. I've never.
You
I've
mean
never.
do they turn blue? Is what you're asking? You're really asking if they
Yeah.
turn blue.
Yeah.
Oh, the blue thing.
Or like
Amazing.
if it's figurative or something really bad, pain happens or like something.
Are you talking about Viagra or just
In
Just-
general,
erection
Just
and
in
not?
general.
Oh, in general. Okay, good. I can answer that one. And the answer is, it was a lot worse when you were younger,
Yeah.
but now, sometimes my wife, we get going and something happens where we can't, like, I can't finish because something happened. Like, oh God, the phone. And she's like, oh, and I said, okay, we can just later, we'll pick it back up. It's just, but when I
What
was
if you
25,
maintain it? What if you maintain it for a certain amount of time and then don't use it?
that's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. If you, you just now, as you get older and you're
Not
50,
for the
like,
hospital or
move
It's a
on with our
lot-
lives. It's not a big deal.
it's a lot like gas, Donna. All right, it's a lot like gas. You can hold it.
That's
It's
a
gonna
lot
be
like-
painful. It's going to be painful, but it's going to go away. But it's always better to let it out. That's all. It's a lot like
Yeah.
that.
Just
Well-
be free. Just
Let it
let
go.
that happen.
Let it
Well,
out.
what my wife and I do, if we're getting there and it's really exciting, but then we know we have to stop, I'll just look at a picture of my grandmother
Okay.
and it's over. I don't have to worry about it at all. It's just
Yeah.
suddenly I'm like, oh, look, there's my grandma. And boom,
We're done.
it's gone. It's just finished. Okay.
There's-
Okay. Let's forget that. I want to ask you some real questions
like those
about
weren't-
this. This is from wife.org. So I'm wondering if these are going to be interesting. Oh, I need to share it, don't I?
Yeah.
I'm going to share the quiz. We've got 6 minutes left. Donna's got some big important thing to do at 2:35 or 4:30, whatever the hell time it is that you're
2:35.
wherever
How's the
you
weather?
are.
How's the weather there, Donna? In
Lovely. It's like
Oh,
65, sunny, you know.
You just stop it.
yeah. Here we go.
Question 1, my partner handles money like a bull in a china shop according to our mutual agreed plan in a way I never completely understood.
Well, if it's C,
I'm gonna
then
say
you're doing
C.
the right thing. Yeah.
You're going to say C in a way I never completely understood?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how my wife handles our money. I don't know what she's doing with it.
I don't
Is
really
she in
get
charge
it.
of your
I don't
money?
got the plan. Like I don't understand the plan. Like sometimes it goes this way and sometimes it's like sometimes he's stingy and then sometimes it's like, oh, let's spend all this money. And I'm like, what's the underlying, like what factors make, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, ours would be a mutually agreed plan if she cared about the plan.
Yeah.
So,
there it is. That's-
and then so, but she doesn't care about the plan.
and
Okay.
it's- Yeah, there we go. Next.
My partner and I have discussed our long and short-term financial goals, why we never seem to be going anywhere, and whose fault it is. The balances in our separate accounts.
Where's
Oh.
B?
B.
there
B.
should
All we
be-
do is
that's
argue
not
about
enough.
money because I think that's part of being married, isn't it?
What is?
Arguing about money. I mean, come on.
It
you're
is
not
super
married.
common, I have to tell you, but we don't argue about money.
Yeah, we don't spend much time arguing about money because, I mean, we talk about it some. We talk about our long-term and short-term financial goals. If that's just me going in the room and going, hey, by the way, here's where we are and here's what we have.
Yeah. Well, our
You know.
long-term and short-term financial goals are very easy. It's like, what are we going to eat today versus what are we going to eat tomorrow?
Yeah.
So,
Or are we going to eat
are
today?
we going to eat tomorrow?
Are we
Yeah,
going to eat tomorrow?
I like it.
I understand how to call my honey and ask for a larger allowance, Donna, right? Tell a bill collector no cash for you.
No,
Or pay bills, manage accounts, and talk to financial advisors.
I'm going to say, of course, A is not happening because that it does not exist. But I do B
Just
and
for
C.
me.
I have done, and I can do B and C.
Yeah, you've had bills in your past where you called bill collectors and said, no, that's for you. I've never borrowed money, so I've never done that. So Joe, what about you?
Oh, definitely A. Definitely A. I just I
Do
I
you
only-
ask?
No,
only
he
hope
gets the
that
money.
I'll
He gets the
do
allowance. Yeah.
something with it. Yeah. Maybe let me buy Viagra.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, yeah. Hey, if I could just now it's cheaper. So
Yeah,
you know,
really
now I
is.
talked her into it. Honey, it's only $2 a pill. No, my whole life, I've had 2 jobs in my whole life, comedy and making sure we had enough money if there was a pandemic and I couldn't do comedy. So, and matter of fact, Vanguard has been bugging me to talk to our financial advisor about our plan. And I hated their plan. Their plan was horrible. I was like, we're going to lose money with your dumb plan. Their plan was, okay, you've got this much money. Here's what you invest in. So you're out of money in 35 years.
Exactly.
What? No.
Yeah.
I want to have the exact same amount or more money and still spend as much money as I need to spend.
Well, my financial advisor turned me on to this great stock, GameStop. Look into it.
All right. You're still into GameStop? That's great.
Well,
Is your financial advisor's name is Robin Hood?
How did you know? Do you know him? Do you?
I know.
Yeah.
We're like,
I knew I was on the right track. Go ahead. Next.
I did sell one. I had Sirius XM, but I've given up.
Yeah.
That company should be worth a ton of money. They cannot get it. I sold it all and I bought more Carnival because Carnival is about to head back up. So
Yep. They just
my
canceled
partner and I divide the money management tasks in our household by custom, by natural ability, by sheer neglect.
Oh, C, definitely.
C.
Yeah.
so I'm going to say B, but it's not by natural ability. It's by who's crying more.
Oh, really? It's by
The
by
other
who's
one has to
whining.
do it if the other one's crying.
Excellent. Yeah. That's natural ability, isn't it? Wouldn't you think? Yeah.
I don't know. It's natural ability because my wife would be better
Natural-
at it if she did it, but she doesn't want to. It's by hunger to do it.
Yeah.
It's like by natural ability to tolerate looking at money numbers.
All right. We have 3 minutes. We have established a budget based on our current spending habits and our future financial goals. A document prepared 15 years ago by a credit counselor, never mentioning the B word in our house.
Yeah, we don't do the B word.
Yeah. I don't know what
Do we have money? Okay. Do we have money? No, then no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't call my wife the B word. That's not nice.
No, you can't do that. You'll
No.
never have money then.
Never say that word
Yeah.
about any woman.
Never.
Never budget.
So
A budget. Not a chance. But I will tell you
Not
this.
that word.
Well, it's very interesting. Our whole lives, I've always been worried about having the money to do what we needed to do. And then we've always had it. It's so weird. We've never really budgeted, but for some reason, because of financially what we've done and what I've invested and stuff like that, we've always ended up pretty okay, which isn't always
first world problems, Brad.
I think you're
First world
paying
problems.
attention. That's why.
Oh no, I'm paying attention. I've got the stock market running to my left. I know my spouse's investment personality and risk tolerance, greatest financial foibles. Name.
What's yours, Joe?
I don't know any of those
C.
actually. So,
I don't even know what those words mean.
honey,
I
what's
call my wife
Do
budget.
people have investment personalities?
Yes. Well, investment personality being your tolerance for risk. Like my father-in-law was only in CDs. He was scared of the stock market, scared of the, and my in-laws, once Obama came in, he was going to destroy the world. So they sold every stock they had in 2008.
Yeah, good time
And
to
didn't
sell.
run up to the greatest rise in the stock market for the next 10 years because they're so scared the world's ending because,
Well, now it is. So
yeah, that's how it is. None of that's in 1929. We've been fine and we're going to be fine. And it's always going to be going up and down and up and down. But if you consistently invest in good growth stock stuff, you are going to be rich when you're old.
1,000. Welcome to 1,000 financial questions with
That's
Brad
right.
Tassell.
Okay. Well, then we're giving up on this quiz then. So, okay.
No.
Wait, I want to play one thing and then Donna's going to leave. What?
I was doing good. I was learning
No,
about
you-
money.
No, you failed, Joe.
I thought we were making you sad.
No, well, but everything
Hold
makes
Who's making
We
this?
hope you're enjoying 1000 Marriage Questions. We love doing this show. Do you know it takes a lot of time and work to put this show together? So if you enjoy the show and have the means, consider donating to the show. We will use the money to pay for food, mortgage, education for our kids, paying for this platform. You get it. We are comedians without comedy, doing whatever we can to entertain America. If you can help, we'd appreciate it. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click Donate to 1000 Marriage Questions. That again, virtualcomedyshow.com. Donate to 1000 Marriage Questions.
Okay, over 5,000 people watched this show at some point last week. So I hope they will do that. I hope they will donate. I hope they will go to our sponsors. Sponsors, go to virtualcomedyshow.com and Idea Paint and also Joyfully. That's right. And Joe Marlotti, what are you doing next?
Oh my goodness, I've got a thing going on tomorrow, and that's about it.
Nice. Donna, where are you going at 2:35?
Going to the vet. Taking my
Is your doggy okay?
it's a kitty and not so great.
I'm sorry about that. Well, your house is beautiful, and we can't wait to come stay there. Okay. I can't think of anything else to do but say goodbye. Thank you, guys.
Bye.